Eshani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today is going to be a very rambly, chatty video. I am in a super chatty mood. Obviously, there are a couple of new things happening with my look today. First and foremost, my hair. If you guys follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you guys know that I did cut my hair. This is the shortest my hair has ever been. Pretty much in my entire life. I mean, any time over the age of like 8, I cannot remember my hair being this short. I'm still kind of figuring out the best way to style it. The normal way that I would style my hair when it was much longer than this is not really working out for this length of hair. So it's a work in progress. And I did want to quickly address a couple of frequently asked questions that I got about my hair. If you guys are only interested in the skincare portion of this video, I will put like a little annotation to where you can skip ahead in the video. If you guys are interested in my hair, in terms of the color of my hair, because I've been getting so many questions about what color is your hair? What color did you ombre your hair? Previously, when I had my long hair and the ends were like a lighter brown, people always asked what the hair dye color was. So I just wanted to take a couple seconds just to tell you that my hair is not dyed. Now, the color that you're seeing through my hair, I mean, you can see it's not really ombre, but there are streaks of like a lighter brown. That is just bleached. This color here at the top of my hair, all of this root color, this like dark black or really dark brown color, that is my natural hair color. When you bleach my natural hair color, this is the color that you get. Now, the biggest pro to that is that there's no upkeep. I don't have to use special shampoos, special color treated hair shampoos or anything like that, because this color is not going to wash away because it's bleached. Okay, now with that being said, moving away from my hair, the topic of today's video is skincare. Over the past couple years, I've gotten so many questions from people asking me to do an updated skincare routine. And the reason I never really thought to do one is because my skincare has not changed in years. I mean, the products that I'm going to show you guys in this video today are the same exact products I was using 2 years ago. So I guess there are some pros and cons about that. Pro, this is the skincare that has worked for me. If you guys like the state that my skin is in right now, which I will say is probably the best my skin has ever been in my entire life, these are the products I use consistently. Con to that will be that I will probably never do an updated skincare routine video ever again, because I have no desire to switch out any of these products. I've repurchased every single product I'm going to show you guys in this video multiple times. So if you guys are watching this video 5 years in the future, hello from the year 2016, and I'm probably still using all of the same products, FYI. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a background on my skin. I am 23 years old at this time in my life, and my skin type is oily. Now, none of the products I use are specifically for oily skin types, and the reason I don't use skincare made for oily skin is because I feel like those skincare products just dry out your skin so much. They strip your skin of its natural moisture, thus making your skin overproduce oil. I know it feels counterintuitive to use a deep or a heavy moisturizer on skin that is naturally oily, but I have found that when I use a good level of moisture on my skin doesn't generate excessive oil throughout the day. Now, let me just say it here and now, I am by no means a dermatologist, nor am I an expert in skincare. I don't know all the things about all the ingredients and stuff. I just know what works for me. I am also not a person that feels like I need to go fully natural and paraben free and all of that with my skincare. I just use what works. If you prefer to go more of an organic or a natural route, that's totally fine with me. I just find something that works and I use it. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and start off by talking about the specific products. I did want to talk about my go-to makeup remover, because I do feel like a makeup remover is going on your skin. It's kind of like a skincare step. So I always use the MAC Cleanse Off Oil. I do sometimes vary up the actual cleansing oil I use. Currently, I'm using the MAC one. I also have another bottle of the MAC one ready to go when I'm out of this, because you can see I'm kind of nearing towards the end of the this bottle, but I have used the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cleansing Oil, which I also love. I would say if you're in the market to try a cleansing oil, definitely start with the MAC Cleanse Off. It's one of the least expensive cleansing oils on the market, especially for the amount of product you get. Now, if you've never used a cleansing oil before, the way you want to go about using it is with a full face of makeup. Don't use any water, don't use any other makeup remover beforehand. Just go ahead and pump a couple pumps of this in your palm, rub your hands together, and then just massage it all over your face with a full face of makeup. What this will do is it's going to start breaking down all of your makeup. I mean, your eye makeup will just smear everywhere, your lipstick will go everywhere, you will look like a hot mess. And then once you've really massaged this into your skin, go ahead and take some water and then start massaging the water onto the oil. And the oil is going to start disintegrating into like this foam, and it's going to turn into a little bit of a lather. Not a lot, not like a full-on face wash, but it will kind of lather up and it will rinse off completely clean. I know that this has the word oil in the title, and some people with oily skin are really afraid of that, but just remember, once you rinse this off, there will not be any oily residue on your skin whatsoever. Now, you don't have to follow up with a face wash if you don't want to, but I always do because I feel like my skin feels the cleanest after I've actually thoroughly cleansed it with a face wash. And this is the face wash I use. This is absolutely nothing new to my channel. I've talked about this for years. This is the Philosophy Purity Made Simple Facial Cleanser. This is the best face wash of life. This face wash is meant for all skin types. It doesn't specifically say for oily or dry skin. I have seen so many different people use this, so many different age ranges, so many different skin types, and everybody seems to love this. The greatest part about this face wash is it is not stripping to your skin. It's not necessarily oil-free, and I feel like a lot of face washes that claim to be oil-free usually leave your skin super like squeaky clean, which isn't always what you want because then it just makes your skin feel stripped. This doesn't strip your skin, and this is also really, really great at getting off the remaining traces of makeup. I will say the Cleanse Off oil is really good at taking off like all of your makeup, but this is like that secondary step that whatever happened to not be gone with the Cleanse Off oil, this will 110% get rid of it. I always use my Purity face wash in conjunction with my Clarisonic. Once again, nothing new to my channel. I've talked about this forever. Some people don't believe in the hype of the Clarisonic. That's totally fine. I have 3 of these. I keep one in my parents' house, I keep one here in the apartment that I'm staying at now, and I keep one in my travel bag. That just goes to show how much I cannot live without this puppy. This is the one that I use in my apartment. It's like the cheetah print. It's like the original Clarisonic Mia, and I got this like 5 or 6 years ago, and it's still going strong. I love this thing. I use it with the deep pore cleaning head. I've also tried the green acne head, but I like this deep pore cleaning one. I feel like they all do something very similar, but this will kind of go into your pores and take out all of the remaining traces of makeup, dirt, oil. Once again, I know this isn't for everybody, and some people with very sensitive skin are afraid of using something like this, but I would definitely say if you've never tried a facial brush, the Clarisonic is the one you need. I have done a video on like what is the Clarisonic way long time ago, but I will link it in the description box below. It's a super informative video giving you guys all of the information on this little puppy. I have 3 of them, so you could see that I cannot live without this. Now, for something I do use every single day, twice a day at least, this is tea tree oil. Now, I know this is a little bit random, but if you guys don't know of the beneficial properties of tea tree oil, it's a natural antiseptic and it is just amazing stuff. I have felt like after I started incorporating tea tree oil into my skincare routine, the amount of breakouts I get has been decreased by like half, at least, if not more. This little bottle of tea tree oil that I get is from Trader Joe's. This is what it looks like exactly. It is 100% pure natural tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very, very strong. If you've never used it before, it almost has like a minty, almost sort of like a eucalyptus-y scent. It will burn. If you use this straight out, it will burn, and it's not good for your skin to use it straight. So what I actually do is I take a little splash of this in a little sprayer bottle. This is just a little fingertip spray bottle that I got from Target or Walmart. It's in their, you know, like their little travel section. It came empty. It was like $1 or so. And what I do is I just take a splash of my tea tree oil and then I fill the rest of the bottle up with water. Trust me when I say that that is plenty strong. And the way I'll use this is just as a facial toner. Now I have gone in and just used the sprayer and just sprayed it on my face as is. I don't like that application method because anytime the tea tree oil gets near my eyes, it definitely burns. So what I actually do is I spray this onto a cotton pad. Now these cotton pads, I know so many YouTubers talk about these. These are the Shiseido cotton pads. These are pretty expensive. You get 165 cotton pads in this pack for about $10, which I guess is kind of on the pricey side, but to be honest, these cotton pads are the softest, most luxurious cotton you will ever use in your life. Trust me, it is worth the price. I buy these practically in bulk. So I'll just spray about 6 to 10 pumps of this stuff on a cotton pad and then use the cotton pad and just spread it all over my face. Depending on how strong you made this solution, it can burn a little bit, so just beware. But I will say that this is like my secret potion of my skincare. Don't tell anybody. This is a secret. And then the final step in my skincare routine is a moisturizer. And this is the moisturizer that I have repurchased the most, and it is the one that I always use. It is the Embryolisse Lait-Creme Concentrate Moisturizer. Now, Embryolisse has recently brought this product to Sephora online, so you can order this on Sephora stores. I normally buy it from IMATS because Embryolisse always has a booth at IMATS, but it hasn't really been available as a mass market product, at least in the United States, until now that you can get it at Sephora. It's super easy to find. This is a French brand, I believe. Yeah, it does say made in France. So this is a French brand, and this stuff is amazing. I know some makeup artists swear by using this. They'll use it as a primer on clients that have really dry skin or more mature skin, but I use this just as a moisturizer. Even on my oily skin, this stuff really just quenches my skin. It makes my skin not overproduce oil. Now, one thing I will say is that I don't always use this in the morning under my makeup. In fact, most of the time I don't use this under my makeup, only because if I do use this under my makeup, sometimes it will make my foundation kind of slip and slide all over my face. So in the morning, I may go in with more of a slightly more hydrating or nourishing primer before I go in to do the rest of my face. So I'll usually reach for something like the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, or something like the Makeup Forever, the Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the base Nourishing. I'll use these like either one or the other, which one is like easiest to grab. But this Embryolisse moisturizer is what I use every single night after I wash my face, and sometimes in the morning if I am not putting on makeup. Okay, so the final 3 products I want to talk about are all face masks. Now, I don't use face masks on a daily basis. I use a face mask, I would say, every 3 to 4 days. And the main reason I use face masks is to really decongest my pores, get rid of any blackheads that I have, really just clear out my complexion and make my skin just feel smoother and softer. Now, the 3 face masks I'm going to show you guys here, I have repurchased all of these before, and I can't pick a #1 favorite. And the reason for that is because I reach for each of these different face masks at a different time, depending on the way my skin is looking and feeling. Now, this was completely unintentional, but the 3 face masks I'm going to show you are all at very different price ranges. So there's something that is really affordable, all the way up to something that is really not. And all 3 of them serve a very different purpose for me and for my skin. So let's just start with the least intense face mask. I use this face mask if my skin is feeling pretty good, but I just want something that is going to clear out my pores a little bit and maybe just infuse a little bit more of like hydration to my skin. So for that, I use the GlamGlow PowerMud DualCleanse Treatment Mask. This mask is definitely the most expensive of the 3 that I'm going to show you. It is also the least, I don't want to say the least effective because it does its job, but you won't see as big of a difference in like the size of your pores or the way your skin feels with this mask as you will with either of the other two I'm going to show you, but I still love this mask. The entire premise behind this mask is very, very unique in my opinion. It is like a clay mask, but it's almost like a thin gel clay mask, and you put it on, it dries completely like a clay mask will, like it'll make your skin feel really tight. And then when you go to wash it off, you just wet your hands and start massaging the water onto your face, and this mask will instantly break down and turn into a nice cleansing oil. So as you're massaging your skin and the mask breaks down into the oil kind of infuses some moisture back into your skin. I know this sounds really crazy and like it's the most exciting experience of your life, which it is really, really cool and very unique. And that's why I love it. I have repurchased this. I think this is the third little jar that I'm on, and it's expensive. It's GlamGlow. It's like a $70 mask, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Now, this next face mask is going to be if your skin is feeling a little clogged, a little more congested, and you really just want to clear out and maybe do some slight exfoliation to your skin. This is the Sephora Mud Mask, the Purifying and Mattifying. This is the least expensive mask that I'm going to show you. This retails for only $19, which in my opinion is a steal. This is like a very, very classic mud mask, but it's kind of like a chunky mud mask. So it has some almost like, it feels like leaves or something. It almost exfoliates your skin at the same time. And then this dries down completely as well. It really reminds me of the GlamGlow that's in a jar like this, but it's in the white container. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's very similar to that. And then this rinses off pretty much just like a traditional mud mask, but it does make your skin feel super, super soft. It makes your pores look a little smaller, and it just decongests your skin really well. And then finally, I want to talk about the mask that is the most, in my opinion, the most intense mask that actually works. I feel like a lot of times you put on a mask that really burns your skin, but when you wash it off, you're like, what did that even do? This actually does stuff. This is the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to Clear Pores. This mask retails for $30, I believe. It's either $25 or $30. So it's a little bit more than the Sephora one, not even close to the price of the GlamGlow, but this stuff is intense. It's like a very dark gray, almost black mask. When you put it on, it doesn't have any like scrubby particles or anything like that. It's a very, very smooth mask. This burns when it dries. The Sephora one burns a little bit too, but this one burns a lot. And this one definitely takes a lot longer to dry than the Sephora version. But when you take this off, your skin looks radiant, glowing, and then like the next morning, I normally use this mask at night before I go to bed. Then the next morning when I wake up, my skin is so clear, so beautiful. It feels like a baby's butt. This is something you want to use when your skin is in the worst condition of its life and you have your wedding the next day. Use this. So yeah, that is my entire skincare routine. I know it felt like I was talking about a lot of things, but I really wanted to dive into specifics on every single product I mentioned so you guys know how I use it, why I use it, when I use it. I really hope this video was helpful. I definitely don't see myself doing another skincare routine, potentially ever, only because this is it. This is everything I do, morning and night. I told you guys when I use everything. I hope you guys liked this video and it answered some of your questions. Now there is one thing, one really critical thing that I'm missing in this video, and that is a sunscreen. I'll be the first to admit I don't have a really good reason for not using a sunscreen other than the fact that all of the ones I have used either smell disgusting, they're really, really heavy on my skin, they make my makeup look bad, or they make my makeup break down really quickly. or they break me out, which is the worst. So if you guys have any good sunscreen recommendations for a 23-year-old that has oily skin, that will not break me out, that will not feel heavy, that I can use under makeup, I would love your guys' suggestions. I am totally and completely willing to try different sunscreens because I know it's a really important step in your skincare routine that in the long run, I know I'll regret if I don't use one. So please leave your suggestions in the comments down below. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys liked this video and I will talk to you guys in my next one very soon. I'll see you then. Bye. The Precious Petals, the lighter one of the two. And I mean, that highlight is glowing. Of the new Milani More Metallics lip cream.